Ultimate RC here. We were going to do a build video on a crawler with the MX Fans aluminum chassis, SCX10 2 version from Amazon. But we lost all the footage, so we're going to start over here, but it's already built. I'm going to give a list of all the stuff that we used. This was kind of a budget build for us, and we've got some temporary shocks on there right now just for mock-up. I will tell you this, the alloy chassis it's great, but when you open the package up, take all the screws and take one of each one of them to a hardware store and buy new screws for it, because these screws are junk. The heads strip out, and the lock nuts that are on them, they also strip out when you're trying to take it back apart. So get new screws, replace all of them, because I'm having to drill all these back out just to be able to work on the thing. The tires and the wheels, they came from Amazon also. The tires, I believe, were $52 for 4 of them, and wheels were like $40, something like that. Like I said, again, I'll show you a list on my phone of what I ordered for this vehicle. We put the 20 kilogram generic servo in this. We made all of our own rod, well, steering links, I mean. Basically, they're just all thread, ready rod, whatever you want to call it. We use the 632 thread and size, and then we just slide a piece of hardened brake line over top of that once we put the link ends on, and just cut it off, you know, whatever the length is. You get the length. What we did was we put the shocks on and the axles, and we just let them hang, and then measure the length that you need for your links. The drive shafts are also MX Fans. They're aluminum and stainless. They're pretty nice. The motor and transmission, well, actually the motor we already had. The transmission we ordered from Amazon. It's a SCX10 kind of deal. The bottom plate for mounting the links is it came with the Jeep crawler that we have from Axial. It was a spare that comes in their packet with plastic parts, and we used it on this. ESC, we already had that. Receiver is, we have the TTX 300 transmitter and the 325 receiver. The rock sliders, they are RPM for the SCX10 and we did this build based on a 313 millimeter setup, so that we could put the body on that we wanted to put on, which is the Proline Chevy Colorado body, part number right there, as you see it. And it turned out pretty good. We were going to paint the inside of it, but then we decided to, I say we, I mean I decided to paint the outside of the truck, because I wanted to do the real steel thing, like the Arma Notorious body, where it has a silver underneath of it. And so that's what we did. We taped it up and painted the outside, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but the color came out awesome. We backed it with gold, and then sprayed red over top of that. We used an acrylic paint, Rust-Oleum, and one of the red was it was from an AutoZone. So it turned out pretty good. Put a bed liner in it, you know, but the body turned out pretty awesome. You can see it's got all kinds of things going on with the gold reflecting through the red, and then we put the prism color effects over top of that from Duplicolor, as well as over top of the black. And you can see it's really got some pop to it. We got some cleaning up to do on it and everything, but the thing turned out great. We're going to try to figure out what we want to do for bumpers. I don't know if I'm just going to leave this like it is, but I'm thinking about doing some different bumpers on this thing. So we got some more work to do on it, but that's where we're at so far. I haven't put a video up in the last 5 or 6 months. We've had a lot going on with my wife having leukemia, so time's been kind of limited. And but we got one to put up now, and this truck here is going to be just awesome. This MX Fans chassis is just absolutely unbelievable. I don't like the bumpers that come with it. They're just a piece of straight aluminum that just screws onto the front or whatever. So we're gonna either make something or buy something or whatever we got to do to make this thing right. And if you have any questions, just ask. And I'm happy to see that we're still getting subscribers. That's awesome. We're going to be doing a Helion Dominus 10SC build very soon, as well as down the road we'll do a Volcano build probably, and do a custom build on that. So the rears also on this, the axles, we had those. So like I said, budget build for us because we already had a lot of this stuff. Oh, also I made the battery tray. This is a piece of metal here. It's the grate out of the side of a home PC, where the cooling fan is, and I just took the side cover off. I mean, it's a computer that was old, and cut it and just bent it on 90 degree in the vise, and we mounted it in here with these tabs that came with the chassis. And then I went over top of that with the foam rubber stuff that you find in a dollar store for kitchen drawers or whatever. And so we put that on top, and then we just cut 2 slots in to put the battery strap in. It worked out perfect. So that's where we're at right now. You know, sorry that we don't have the footage of the build, but if you have any questions, I mean, this thing is pretty straightforward. Pretty much everybody's is just asking for a review on the MX Fans red alloy chassis. And I'm gonna tell you what, for 30 bucks, man, this thing is really, it's got a lot of bang for the buck. Just get rid of the screws, and buy new ones. That's not even a suggestion. That's a must. You have to do that because these screws, you put them in once, you're lucky if you get them tight, and then you're not going to get them back apart because the heads are just going to strip out. And if the heads don't strip out, then definitely the lock nuts on the back, the plastic inside that locks the threads, it just comes loose and just spins on the nut, and you can't get it apart, and you have to end up drilling these heads out, and it's just a pain. But anyway, that's where we are. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and we're hoping to get some other videos up pretty soon. I'll show you the list on my phone of what we got from Amazon, and the rest of it, as far as motor and all that stuff, that's going to be your choice. So thank you very much. Take care. Don't forget to tell your friends. Hit that like button and subscribe for us. It helps us out a lot. So here's the list of the stuff that we got from Amazon. We got those shock towers with the body mounts on there. They were brought in today. And then we got the Hobby Soul 2.2 inch mudslingers. And the Colorado body come from Amazon. We got the rock sliders from Amazon. All the part numbers are there. The drive shafts, which I was surprised about the drive shafts. They're nice too. We did put the 12 millimeter hubs on with a 10 millimeter offset, just to clear our steering and stuff like that. Made things a little bit easier. Ordered the light bar. It's too long for this body, but we'll get one on there at some point. And there's the wheels, and we got the rod ends. The transmission was a cheap one that we got, but they're metal gears inside, so they do work pretty good. I haven't had any problems with mine. And that's it. There's the chassis. So the chassis is pretty cheap. I mean, price wise, but quality wise, the thing's awesome. And there's the price for that. So the rest of the stuff you can get at your local hardware store or AutoZone or whatever, auto parts store, whatever you can get the screws and stuff from.